Hello and welcome back to another tutorial. In this one with Gdevelop we will be creating the traditional pong game. It's going to work out similar to the last one, but instead we're going to be making this a two-player game. So create a new project. And I'm gonna save this as like I always do to one of my folders. Save. I'm gonna call this pong 2. Save. Now when making games, it doesn't matter where you go, but what you start with, a menu, the main game, the game over screen, or what have you. But one thing you cannot avoid is prototype and plan. You gotta prototype it and you gotta plan it. So let's create a new scene, rename it game field, if I can spell correctly. Double click it and we're brought to this. Now, like usual, properties, I'm gonna up the width to 900 and something. Whatever looks good, hit apply, and you're left with this. So let's see how that looks. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to do properties and color it black. Hit OK. Cause the pong game is typically on a black field. So new sprite. I'm going to call this player 1. Hit apply. Add an animation, edit with Pascal. This time we want a white character, a white paddle. Hit apply, and we're gonna duplicate it to player 2. This will be a 2-player game. So edit object, behaviors, top down. We're going to do that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and get rid of that. Alright, top down, get rid of, get rid of, get rid of. Acceleration will be 5, 600. Okay, I already did that, so hit apply. So player 2 will be on this side. Player 1 will be on this side. So unlike our last game, just like our last game of Pong, we want to do a tile sprite. We're gonna border. Now we're gonna create a red one. Save. Hit apply. Now we're only gonna do the top and the bottom. For this. Okay, I need to move this. Okay, And we still got it down there, so move this, play, and there we go. Now for player 1, we're going to group it. Player 1 is going to use W and S. Now go to key pressed, W, copy. Now we want the S. Alright, so we want to simulate up. We want to simulate the up key. So OK. And the down key. Hit OK. Now, as you can see, we got a player that can go up and down. Now, we also want him to not go through the border, so we're going to say separate. The border. Okay. Up, down. There you go. Now let's do player 2. Copy this. Player 2. The player 2 will use the arrow keys, so up, down. Now simulate up for player 2. And simulate down for player 2. So you now have 2 players that'll go up and down. Now new group and the ball. But we want to do one more thing, two more things, which is we want to make, kind of like the last Pong game, we kind of want to make a death area, so we're going to call this out, color it, what should we color it? Alright, we're going to color it that. Paste it over here. And there we go. Alright, so now it's time to make the ball. So, gonna call this ball. Add. Okay, so we're gonna add bounce again. Install it. and use it. Now we're also going to color the ball white. Let's get it down to size. Okay, so for this we're gonna write when ball is in collision with border, it will bounce. Okay, now we want to do it with player 1 and player 2. Now at the start of the scene, we want it to we want the ball to have a force angle, a permanent force angle of negative, I always go to this number, and then let's set it to 400. Let's test it out. Okay, so we have an issue. So for the sake of this, we're going to say if the ball is in collision without, we're going to change the scene to game over. Hit OK. So this is hard to do when okay, the ball. So we're going to change this maybe to 500. There we go. Okay, now we have a problem. It's not bouncing off of player 2, so let's tweak that. And we have a simple pong game. Let's speed up the players a little bit. Hit apply. Now we have a 2-person pong game. If I can play it. Now, last I checked, there were scores, so we are instead going to make 2 scores. So player 1 score. Okay, I labeled that. I gotta do it again. Gonna color this white. I'm gonna import the font I had earlier, the pixel font. So duplicate, player 2 score. Now we have 2 player 2 scores. Now how this is gonna work is if it bounces off player 2, it will change player 2 score. If it bounces off player 1, it will change player 1 score. So we're going to create 2 global variables. Player 1 score. We're going to put that to 0. One score. Nope, we want player 2. So put that to 0. Hit apply. So now when the ball is hitting the player 1 score, we want to value of a global variable player 1 score plus 1. And when it bounces off of player 2, now we are also going to add, we're going to modify the text, look for a variable okay, make sure it's correct. Hit apply. Alright, so let's edit our game over field. Alright, color black. Add text. Color it white. You lose. Choose the font. I'm gonna make this bigger though. And there you have it. Let's play this one more time. Make sure everything's working correctly. Alright, now I want to make a menu, so add a scene, move up you go. Move up, rename it menu. For this one, for this game, I'm going to make it black. Two-player pong. I'm gonna make it big, yay. Maybe a little too big. Now, just add the buttons. For this game, I'm not gonna do an animated button. I'm just gonna do one button. Just gonna do a white button. Save. Play one. Play button. Alright, there we have it. Menu, add an event. Alright, so I'm going to, like always, touch, cursor's touching an object. Change animation by play one. You can do it this way, but you have to do it with numbers. So hit OK. Indent this one. Mouse. Alright. Change scene to game field. Alright, for this one, I'm just gonna copy and paste and invert it. Alright, now to make a quick quit button. Now, quickly make the quit button, duplicate it, or rename it quit button. Edit it, and name this quit one. Now, to do this, quit button, quit one, this one you want to quit scene. You want to quit game. Now, you can make this game your own. I'm just doing this quick because I don't have a lot of time. quit button. Alright, now I'm gonna play title, play, and I'm gonna make one for quit. And here we go. Here is Pong. 2-player Pong. And I lost already. Yeah. I might have to edit this. And we have a 2-person Pong. And there we go.